In REST, the primary data representation is for resource or for accessing the resource, like we need to access the file or we need to access the user or even like account or the account holder or the address details, any resource which we need to access. And we need to be consistent while declaring or naming any REST APIs. So let's check what you need to do or follow while writing any REST APIs. Noun and not any verb or action. REST URLs should refer to a resource, that is a thing, noun, instead of referring to any action or verb. As for example, we use customers or users. In the later section of the video, we will see more about how to use the actions to get, save or even delete a resource. The second most big and important thing is to pluralize every resource. So in general, the best practice is to pluralize, but it is up to your choice or the user's choice who is writing the APIs to pluralize or not to make it plural. Like if the REST API is to fetch any single record, so you can use any singleton method like /user, or the general practice is to use /users/user ID to fetch single record using / for hierarchy. Users with user ID have multiple bank accounts and one of them is account ID. And to get the list of the banks under the same user, we use punctuations. Query parameters are used to filter out specific types, like get all the users have bank account in Citibank. URL should be in lowercase, and for better readability, people generally prefer hyphen over underscore. So, do you need to use file extension like .xml, .json or .excel ship? No. If we need to provide a link to the XML, JSON or Excel or any other file format, then we need to pass it in the header as a content type like application JSON, application XML, application Excel instead of .json or .xml. And it is a very bad practice and doesn't make any sense using trailing /. And as we mentioned earlier, we should use noun instead of any verb or action. So here, if you want to get any user, so instead of using get users or save users or fetch users, we need to use get method followed by the domain name / the users to fetch all the users, and post method with the same URL, that is /users, to save all the users detail or user data. And if we want to update the user details, then either we use put or patch depending on the scenario. And in order to delete the record or soft delete from the database or the application, we will use method delete, not delete users. And last but not the least is maintaining the versions. So in order to maintain API version, we use domain name /v1, that is the version 1, followed by /users. And any update to the request parameter or the response type, we need to update the consumer or the user who is using our API and update the API like domain name /version v2 /users. And we need to give a specific amount of time, like maybe 2 months or 3 months of time. And we need to inform the consumers that we will be deprecating version 1 after 3 months and you need to use version 2 here on. So that's all folks. See you again in the next one.